See, now the buggies are all on the course.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, set.
And they're off here. Right now at this point, Peregrine in the front, but Zeus gaining lots of ground right there. A lot more momentum behind this PiKA team. And this is sort of the point about halfway uphill one where you can really see who's going to separate and who isn't. DeltaForce staying pretty close, though, to SigEp B.
Yep.
PiKA finally makes the transition here into Hill 2.
Not their best transition.
SigEp B and DeltaForce now neck and neck.
See how they go into Hill 2. Don't exactly have an image on that here. And there's the push. Nice shove right there. Smooth line, pretty far down. And this is going to be another close one right here between DeltaForce and SigEp. And again, it's coming down to how can you drive through the chute,
That's right.
who can take the better lines, and what happens when you're knocked off your line. And Zeus, pretty good fair ahead. Ooh, little wobble
collision.
right there by Peregrine.
Right,
Hard
remember,
to tell.
these drivers have very low peripheral vision. They don't know who's next to them.
We're going to need a replay on that one.
That's true. And at this time of morning, this did happen to me driving once. All you kind of see is a shadow next to you, and you have to just guess how far away you are. So
And that sun's
good driving
intense,
by
yeah.
them. Interested to see if that really was a collision.
Zeus right there past the stop sign, and really pretty close right there.
All three buggies.
DeltaForce is very close.
And DeltaForce, let's see how they're going. Wow, they're taking
gosh.
an inside line
Oh,
against
whoa, we
Zeus,
got a collision.
and we got a collision here. This is going to be interesting. Perrin has taken the lead for now, but I wonder if we're going to get a re-roll on this one.
I
My
might see a
guess
three-way
is Zeus
re-roll.
could not see, Catherine could not see her. That's
Tight
a tough
line
angle.
being taken right there by Perrin. A little bit of fishtailing there in the middle.
She's smart. She took it wide.
Still
Now
pretty
SigEp
good
and
right now.
PiKA.
SigEp
Wow.
and PiKA
Is
really
that
close.
collision?
You wonder if Zeus just lost a lot of momentum.
From that
now we
collision,
go into
yeah.
the back hills. Emily Bonchek taking it for DeltaForce. SigEp right behind him.
And now you see PiKA essentially come to a stop at the bottom of 3.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where, you know, the smallest bit of contact just kills your momentum.
Or she could maybe tap the brakes out of, when you get hit. It's a very natural response.
That's
Lost
smart. driving.
visuals right there, but we're transitioning now from 3 to 4. Lead being maintained by DeltaForce A.
SigEp B right on their tail, though.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting finish right here, and it's just about how Hill 4 and 5 can really push out that last bit of effort as SigEp B and Peregrine are gaining on them. But can they pass? They're going to have to take a bit of a wider line, so let's see how this goes as they're going to be neck and neck into the transition for 4 and 5. This is going to be a tight finish. Stephanie Goldfein and Jen Sung really battling it out. Who can get across the finish line first? DeltaForce in front. They're trying to keep in front of the other buggy. They're trying to make sure Peregrine is not able to push, and it looks like Perrin and DeltaForce is able to finish in first, but there's still a little bit left before we get to that finish line. Nice job by DeltaForce using their bodies to really kind of separate them, prevent SigEp from getting in front, and they're going to cross the finish line right here at a 3:05.
Wow.
Slower race, but full of excitement.
Wow.
There goes SigEp B, and we're still waiting for Zeus.
And that race had it all. We had collisions, we had passes, and then we had almost a Hill 4 pass there.
Wow.
And I think we have proof that I should not predict things anymore.
Nope. And Zeus, PiKA A, crossing at 3:25 right there. They'd love to get a re-roll off of that one. We'll see if they're granted it.
I think that might be a three-way re-roll, actually.
That's
so
that's
close
tough.
on the push-off, then, at the transition there, and then again in the shoot, and then at Hill 4. That's going to be an interesting one from the head judge and sweepstakes chair committee.
Yeah. And how, that decision comes down to who could be at fault, who had vision, And let's go to that replay.
And we'll get a replay right there. A lot of stuff we got to look back at here.
Here's the collision near the transition flag.
Oop.
Oh, wow. Right there. So
look.
right at the transition flag, the
Right.
PiKA driver just, tries to take that wide line.
Yeah, and that's the case where it looked like Perrin maybe got in a little too tight trying to go on that pass. And that's the case where the drivers, they can't necessarily see what's happening.
And it is the passing driver's responsibility, I think.
Yeah. It is the passing driver's responsibility, and from Catherine's perspective and Zeus, she was probably just sticking her line and didn't know where the other buggies were.
Right,
and
again,
then
very low peripheral vision for any of these drivers.
Yep.
They are laying down in the prone position, trying to crane their neck up and look out the front.
Yeah, so you guys expect to see that one roll again?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think you'll see it.
I don't
maybe
know that they'll all go again, though. Do you think
not,
so?
I think you probably see maybe probably re-roll from the buggies that collided.